Welcome to the Business Happy Hour radio show with your host, Frank the Bank Cotto, the owner of Lincoln Lending Group right here in Tampa Bay for 23 years. Joined by his incredible co-host, Senia Akishina, realtor with Mahara and Associates, Tampa's top real estate company. Together, they have helped finance and close nearly $1 billion of real estate every year. If you're looking for local mortgage or real estate advice, the Business Happy Hour team has been right here on News Radio WFLA for over a decade. Listen right here or find us on the Business Happy Hour YouTube channel or follow us on Instagram at Frank the Bank Cotto. Now sit back, relax, and get ready for some serious mortgage, real estate, and business talk with two of Tampa's top experts. Here's Frank the Bank and Senia.
Good morning, Tampa Bay. Welcome to the Business Happy Hour, your number one show for all things business and entrepreneurial. I am Frank the Bank Cotto, the owner of Lincoln Lending Group and 813mortgage.com. We have a great show for you guys today. This is super exciting. We've never done anything like this before. We are bringing something of value to you. Are you a business owner? Are you a professional sports player? Are you a real estate agent? Are you just a regular dude who likes to share your information, make money, make connections? Your network is your net worth. And we're about to find out what in the heck that means with our guests today, Ralph Perrone and Tracy Campbell from the MI Card. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you guys seem excited. You ready to be here today?
That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
I love it. And of course, in studio with my amazing co-host, Senia Akishina with Mahara and Associates. How you doing, Senia?
Hello. I'm great. Thank you guys for being here. I'm excited to hear more.
I know. Now, you've heard about this.
I've heard about it, but
Yes.
now I got it directly from the source. So I'm sure there are lots of things that I actually didn't even know, go into this.
Now, Senia, I am like, Ralph got me in a long time ago to join the business with him. And sadly, I'm going to learn more today, I think, about my own partnership than I have learned in a year. And that's not because of Ralph. That's because of me and my crazy squirrel living nature over here that I can't sit down for 10 minutes, even on a beach, to relax or to learn anything. But I have a feeling that Ralph and Tracy are going to be teaching us a lot today. And if you guys are first-time listeners, welcome to the Business Happy Hour. We've been on the air going on 11 years right here on News Radio WFLA, iHeartRadio. You can listen to us as a podcast. You're watching live on Instagram. Thank you for doing that. Make sure you like and share us. You also can catch this on YouTube on the Business Happy Hour and the Lincoln Lending Group and Frank the Bank page. And you can watch us on 3 channels. That is 970 WFLA, 1250 WHNZ. And if you guys want to listen to the AM channel, go ahead. You can check us out at 105.9 on the FM. I just said FM, AM. I don't know. But you can listen to us on 105.9 FM as well. So we encourage you to check it out. And don't forget, we sell mortgages and real estate. So even though we have a lot of fun and we have our guest on here with you, we do have to go to work every day. Do you have to work, Senia?
I do.
Just a little bit?
Just a little bit.
So Senia sells the real estate. So you're going to ask her those questions. And if you want to check her out on her website, you can always go to
The TampaRealEstate.pro. I'm here thinking about my card, all the questions I want to ask. But
Yes.
no, TampaRealEstate.pro or call me at 813-755-REAL.
That's right. 755-REAL for the Real Business Happy Hour. And that's a real estate agent that you're talking to, Mahar and Associates. You guys sold like $1 billion in homes, like McDonald's and burgers, haven't you? Pretty close.
A lot.
A lot. And Lincoln Lending Group, not quite $1 billion, but we do about $500 million every year in mortgages. And guys, we are not just pushing the reverse mortgage, which is a great product for all of you. We're also doing government and conventional. And maybe today we might talk about rates, but I'm so excited about the MI Card. I think we're going to teach you how to make money and connect with your network and your net worth today instead of talking too much about rates. But I will say, tariffs, don't worry, guys. It's not going to hurt you. Nothing good ever came without a little effort or a little pain, right? You got to go through a little bit of pain to get to the other end. And I will tell you, mortgage rates are way better than you think they are. So I'll give you a nugget today. If you're worried about your 401k, you're worried about your stock account, it's coming back. It's not gone forever, I promise you. Go look at the blip in the market from the financial crash of 2008. Everybody thought the world was ending, right? Go look what the chart looks like after 2008. I'll give you a clue. It's a 45-degree angle. Okay. If you don't know what that is, go back to geometry. But I'm going to tell you, your stocks are coming back. The mortgage rates are low. We are still locking in the 5s right now. So if the banks are telling you you have to be in the high 6s, you are in the high to mid 5s right now. but it's because you're not talking to a wholesale company. You're talking to a retail company. So if you want to go pay double because somebody else marked it up, then call the bank. If you want to pay less, you call Frank the Bank. You go to contactfrankthebank.com. That's the easiest way to do it. I'll personally reach out to you and get you taken care of. And, of course, Senia will find the house. Man, I feel like I just did a commercial right there. It felt like
You're great at commercials, though.
I know. Is somebody going to pay me for this one day?
All day.
A whole day, right? Yeah. I'll sit here all day if they'll pay me enough money. I really will. Anyway, so we like to start the show with a little bit of market update, and we always put Senia on the spot, and she brings to us the stats, and sometimes she surprises me, and we get our year-to-year stats. I don't know what's on the agenda for today. You tell me, Senia.
Well, I was thinking let's just run through our February year-over-year numbers for Hillsborough County.
Okay.
Last one we did just the whole MSA, the 4 counties, but let's concentrate on Hillsborough County.
Let's do it.
And going down the list, our closed sales were down 9.8%.
Ooh.
This is February, so
Okay.
it's okay. The median sale price year over year for February was down 1.1%. That puts our median sale price at $419,950, so just under $420.
Okay.
Average sales price was up 4.2%, putting it at $551. And the median time to contract was down 9.5%. So median time to contract in days is 38 days, which I think is pretty good. I think we're actually ahead of, just all the other areas.
So okay, so
country,
one of those was up. The other ones were down. Was it the median that was up?
It's the average. And like I've explained, average sales price, I think our, luxury market and higher priced homes have been doing well. And that's what brings that number up. So it's why the big difference between the 420 and the 551.
I just think overall that the market, is that me? Oh, it is me. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I'm over here like, whose phone is going off during our radio show? And it was the host. So sorry.
That's all right.
Anyway, so overall, so this is February to February.
February to February, yeah. Our month supply, Hillsborough County, is 3.5.
Okay, we're still a little low.
Which is up 34.6% year over year.
So that's positive.
So it's still the trend. Inventory is increasing, which is great for buyers. You get more options.
Right. When are we going to see
those
the
are
March?
Hillsborough numbers, but this is what I did also. I'm like, you know what? Let me search for some interesting stuff. And this is a stat that I was really surprised by because I think after our hurricanes, we're like, oh, you know what? People are going to get scared away from Florida and move away. But I found this stat, and nationwide, 28% of home buyers searched to move to a different area. And between January and March, the top 5 states home buyers were moving to is Florida, followed by Arizona.
Okay.
Now, the Florida number is almost 30,000.
Okay.
And Arizona's 14,000.
So we're double.
And that's the second. We're double.
Right.
We're more than double than the second leading state that people are moving to.
So what do we tell our buyers? It sounds like competition's coming, Senia.
It sounds like they are. Nobody's scared away from Florida.
Right.
They're coming.
No, and inventory was up. I heard what you said, about 30%. It was up, but we're only still at 3.1 months. So we're still on the low side on inventory. Ralph, you just happen to be in real estate.
That's right. Sure am.
So does Tracy. So what do y'all think about the inventory and how does all of this affect things? What if rates drop and we only have a 3-month supply?
These are good stuff. I'm mostly in the commercial market, and Tracy, you do a lot of the wholesale. So we've actually got a couple different angles for you. So commercial, and what we see is actually seeing a good leveling off.
Okay.
A lot of the markets have been coming in from other areas. People are bringing their money for investment purposes. They're doing 1031 exchanges. They're buying assets and looking for those cap rates. So we've been seeing a pretty decent pickup actually the last 45 days on the commercial side. Also, when it comes to tenants, we've actually seen quite a few tenants in the last 60 days actually go out. We're starting to see some of our tenants not renew the leases.
Really?
It could be just a little bit of a lag in the retail sector from a good Q4 and then just cashing out. So we've seen a couple different things.
So if tenants are leaving the leases and is leaving more vacant, is that a negative for commercial?
Yeah, what it'll end up being is it'll be probably a shuffling. You'll see different tenants come and go from different perspectives. Again, commercial is usually about a year and a half ahead of residential to 2 years as a leading indicator. And so you're going to see people switch their business model as we're seeing artificial intelligence kind of replace a lot of the job force.
Yeah.
And so a lot of things are going online. And so people are just making a shift.
What about this whole work from home phenomenon that happened over COVID and everything? Is that still impacting us, or do you feel like it's going the other way?
We started to see it go the other way about a year and a half, 2 years ago, people going back to work because Florida wasn't that much of a work from home. I mean, for the most part, it always has been kind of this consistency.
Right.
But it's not like in New York where everybody just vacated the city itself. And so a lot of the folks have gone back to the offices, small, medium, 20 to 40 small business type office space.
Right.
But we're not seeing the individuals that have to get out of working from home. Like, for example, there's actually a lot of laws and rules about zoning, and that you can't work from home in certain different professions. So they have to go get, say, 100 square feet, like a 10 by 10 or 12 by 12, and have a physical address. So we've actually taken a lot of our larger commercial spaces and we started chopping them up, and we've taken our price per square foot from, let's say, $15 to $20 a square foot to $30 to $40, because I'm not renting 800 square feet that people don't need, down to 150, 125, and then by chopping it up smaller, I get a higher price per square foot, which is actually giving me a better cap rate I could sell the buildings for more money. So I'm actually giving the people what they want, which is smaller spaces, even though they're actually paying
more money
for it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And Tracy, you're on the wholesale side. I know we got less than a minute, but what exactly do you do on that side?
Yeah, so basically, what I did was try to get my feet wet in real estate, and I found out that was like the quickest way to do it.
Yeah.
And pretty much I've just had to be more creative with finding deals, whether it's searching the clerk of court's records on a daily basis or more so doing door knocking. And I find that, where we are in Brevard County, there's quite a bit that are like in foreclosure.
Right.
So just being more creative with really trying to help them and taking a different approach than others are. I think we're kind of in a little scary place right now where it's just, people don't know what to do. Yep. So it's a little bit tougher to find deals, but just staying consistent with it. Well,
what you said that I love, and we're going to take a break here in just a minute, was door knocking, because that's something that I have heard 25 years ago, and from what I'm hearing, it's coming back. So stay tuned to the Business Happy Hour. When we get back, we're going to talk more to Ralph and Tracy about the MI card and door knocking. Stay tuned. All right. That was great. Everything was good. Don't forget, we're still live on Instagram.
I was going to ask you, are we?
We are. You guys are on. Everything's good. Can you see it on your screen?
It froze.
Oh, you froze.
He froze.
Oh, you did freeze.
Is there feedback from the phone here? Because I feel like I'm.
Do you guys have your mics turned off?
I do.
I'm not hearing you in here. James, are you hearing any feedback from phones in your audio?
Okay, good.
No. So you're safe. I don't know.
I know what you're talking about. I think it's because the volume doesn't fully go down. No matter what you do, it just
That's what I was.
raises
Ralph,
up.
over here
you might want
messing
to shut
with
yours down and rejoin. You're still I didn't realize you were still frozen.
it. Yeah, for the longest,
Okay,
I'm
I
like
just,
trying to hold it and keep pressing it, but
That's weird.
All right, just logged out. Go ahead and invite me again.
Re-invite you. Oh, whoa. Well, those are two totally different topics there. Man, I remember when we did. Do you remember way back in the day, James, when we did it at the old studio, and we brought in like somebody from like a pot thing or something like that, and yeah, that was oh yeah, that was pretty good. We've had liquor guys in here, and yeah, that didn't go well.
Unfreeze.
All right, there we go. I think I got you re-invited now. Okay, there you go. You're back. That was strange. I didn't notice that. I'll watch for that in case you freeze again. So Instagrammers, don't forget to like and share. I see a lot of our favorite people on here. Rhino Mortgage is on here. 321 Pearls joined. Space Coast Health. I love it. You guys, that must be somebody from your side of the town there. I've got a lot of Orlando guys over here, and it looks like these are definitely some of your friends. Make sure you guys follow the Business Happy Hour. We are live every Tuesday, usually about 11:15.
All the best mortgage or real estate advice from Tampa Bay's top experts. It's the Business Happy Hour with Frank the Bank Cotto and Senia Kishina.
Hey, Tampa Bay. Welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. Not just Tampa Bay, all of Central Florida. Don't forget, you guys can listen to 970 WFLA all the way down to like Sarasota. Dude, I listened to a Bucks game one time on this channel years ago, all the way to Tallahassee. All right, we know you guys can hear it over in the East Coast as well. Don't forget, we are a podcast. So if you're only checking it out just for a minute, go to iHeart Radio and search for the Business Happy Hour podcast. You can also check us out on YouTube on the Lincoln Lending channel and the Business Happy Hour channel. And, of course, Instagram and Facebook. So there's nowhere you can go and hide from us. We are going to find you. So right before the break, we were talking to Tracy Campbell. He is the MI Card Athletic Division Director, but he's also into real estate. And we were talking strategies, I'm saying we were talking strategies, about getting into wholesale and flipping and things like that. And you said something that I have not heard anybody say in a very long time. And you're actually door knocking. You're going out there door to door. And you're probably using a list, right, of people that are targeted, that you want to meet or to, talk about helping them with their sale. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
That's awesome. And does it work?
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing is people like face-to-face interaction.
Yep.
And a lot of times, as wholesalers or just in sales in general, we want to pick up a phone, maybe call or text. But if I get you face-to-face and we have a conversation, I'm here to fix your problem.
Right.
I find out it goes a lot smoother.
That's funny you said fix your problem, because I do an in-person meeting with my team every week, and the quote of the week next week, I'm going to spoil it for my whole team, has to do with every lead wants you to fix a problem. Are you going to be the guy that fixes the problem or not? And that'll be the quote of the day for tomorrow. It's all about fixing problems. Sales is about fixing problems,
So
right?
true.
Yep.
So, Ralph, I have a feeling that MI Card fixes a couple problems.
A lot of problems. Absolutely. That's what we're here to do.
Good segue, Frank.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear about it. But can I just finish off the
Oh,
stats
gosh,
real quick?
yes,
Because
please.
normally, so we went through the Hillsborough County stats.
Yeah.
And I normally just get it from our local association. But I pulled up just for Tampa.
Yeah.
So as you know, Hillsborough County, we've got, Brandon and Ruskin and, Lutz.
Yeah, biggest
So
county in Florida.
Lots of different cities. But just for Tampa, those numbers do look a little bit different than all of Hillsborough County. So home prices were actually up by 5.4% compared to last year.
Whoa.
And the median price in Tampa is $450,000.
So that's up too.
Well, if you're just talking about Tampa, it's
Yeah.
not the $420,000 number; it's the $450,000. And the other thing I want to say, so averages, like our days on market. I just listed a home on Friday. We were under contract by Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
So averages are averages, but you know what? It happens. So if you're a seller, be prepared to, be under contract and move fast.
Yeah.
Yes, anticipate. Hey, could be, 30,
Which has been a lot
60
different,
days,
though,
but
because people in the last couple of years, you'd list and you'd probably think, I'm not moving for a few months, right?
probably. So yeah, be ready, because it definitely happens, and multiple offers happen, and this is the hot time of year.
This
Don't wait
is.
around. Call us up and let's buy you a home.
7-something real.
813-755-REAL. That's right.
755 real. That's how you call Cinia. And guys, listen, this Mihar and Associates, best real estate company in the Tampa Bay area. They definitely sell more than anybody, and they probably have some off-market connections I'm not allowed to talk about, but that's why you have to call 755 real to find out what Cinia can sell you in a weekend. By the way, just a day. Thanks, Cinia. That was great. She's like, listen, if you don't let me finish this part, I'm not going to tell you the positive part. You just made me beat everybody down, and now we got to build them up. So we do have a ton of questions for Ralph, but I always like to start our interviews with, just Ralph, kind of who are you and what made you come up with this idea to found this company to solve this digital business card problem?
Well, in a nutshell, I'm been 26 years in the real estate trenches. That's something that I've been doing with you guys here. There's 1.6 million realtors, hundreds of thousands of mortgage brokers, and I've had the pleasure for the last 25, 26 years working in the trenches. And what I've learned over the years is that we do a lot of work in between the cracks, and that's between the paychecks, right? We may sell a house to you every 5, 10 years, but we work with you all the time. With you to be your insurance, your landscaping, tree work. It doesn't matter. Maybe it's recabinetry, maybe putting in new countertops. People constantly ask us, our real estate professionals, for who we trust and who we want to work with. It's do you got a guy? Right? It's one of those.
Do you got a guy?
You got a guy? Yeah.
Or I got a guy.
I got a guy for that. You got a guy? Of course. And we're always constantly doing those promotions, right? But and it happened this last couple of years. It's been writing on the wall with the National Association of Realtor lawsuit, right? The class action lawsuit. And no longer is the multiple listing service a unilateral platform of commission sharing, right? And so now all of a sudden the entire industry's changed because of this class action lawsuit, and realtors have to figure out how they're going to get paid on the buyer side. And so what I said was, well, why are these guys suing us? Like, why is this class action lawsuit even happening? Like, what's wrong with the good old model? We've been doing it this way for 100 years. What's broke? Let's not fix it.
Great question. What's wrong with it?
Right? Well, one guy got a little crazy. He thought it'd be fun, and so he decided to create a lawsuit behind some premises that doesn't make sense, because at the end of the day, we were always able to negotiate. It was always negotiable. But
Yeah,
now
you're talking about the commission that the seller generally pays.
Yeah, exactly. So it was always a negotiable item, but for some reason they kind of misunderstood that. And so
Well
now
put.
all of a sudden here we are, and we're having to negotiate for our own paychecks. So through that process, I learned really quickly over the years that people in our industry could benefit from passive residual income. And if you could find ways to offset those highs and lows between those paychecks, between those cracks, by offering value to your clients and giving them what they're looking for, which is information and resources. That's what the MyCard does. It gives all of your information in one spot to somebody. This way they are happy to get all your information, and you're all set.
And this is the part I actually didn't know. So I've heard about MyCard. I've had agents, share their info with me that way. I had no idea that you had that component to it, which I think is brilliant.
Absolutely. The thing was after we put all of our friends and family into it, because it comes like a generic Business Networking International. BNI is something I was very passionate about. I used to go there all the time. I love the group, but the problem was when you didn't show up a couple times, you may have to, be asked to leave or not be invited back. And I was like, well, what are you talking about? I've been here my whole time. I've been here for years. I'm sorry I got sick or something. And so I like to have that 24/7, 365. So what we've done here is through the digital process, we allow you to build out your own circle of trust inside the card. It could be your plumbers, your electricians, your roofers, all those small businesses that help you be who you are, that support you. Well, now all of a sudden when a client calls and says, well, who is it? It's you already have all those answers. You're not going to Google or YouTube or trying to find somebody. You've got that.
Now, am I correct? You can just share your card with somebody and give them your connections, or do you give them individually?
No, you could take it either which way you'd like to. I mean, ultimately, when your clients want to get access to your information, and maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, they need a plumbing situation. I don't want to answer that. But so now they get access to all of my trusted professionals 365 on demand. And the cool thing is that my card is live. So if anything changes, like maybe that guy retired or he moved out of town, or maybe we're using another preferred vendor now. I don't have the ability on those old pieces of paper used to print from years ago.
Yep.
I can't go back to somebody I sold the house to 5 years ago and get it back. Well, at least with the MyCard, I could update any of the information live, and it happens instantaneously on all my card holders.
So on that note, we're going to take a quick break here on the Business Happy Hour. We're going to come back and find out how you can get an MI card if you're in business, if you're an athlete, or just a regular guy. Stay tuned. James, I saw it on my own that time.
Your phone. MyCard.
My card. Okay.
You don't need to say it.
My card. Okay. My card. I get it.
Your phone's got a lot of lines.
Actually, I was going to say, it's not affiliated at all with MI Bank.
No.
Okay. Because when you Google it, I'm like,
Yeah.
is that what I'm thinking of? And that
Hey, well, we'll take their money if my bank wants to share.
We'll take their free advertising if they want to put that out there.
Let's go.
So let's see. All right. Do you want to just kind of keep going on this pathway that we're going, keep explaining it?
Whatever you want.
And then, I think we're doing pretty good. What is the MI card? Let's see. How about we'll go into, you can hit a couple of the questions on there, like who's it designed to help? It really anybody. Maybe talk about the simpleness of the use. Kind of give.
I want to ask about the whole residual part of it.
Oh,
You said if you're just a regular guy, I'm like, if you're a stay-at-home mom, residual income, hey, you go network a lot, soccer games, all that.
Go right into that. That's fine. So I'll bring us back, and we'll talk about kind of sharing and your network, and say, so Ralph, so now that means anybody who has all my contacts, and they can just be like, oh, I would use whoever Frank the Bank recommends either way. I'm just going to go to the card that I've got for Frank the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can go into like, well, wait a minute, I thought you said I could make money. Right. All right, got it.
Welcome to the Business Happy Hour radio show with your host, Frank the Bank Cotto, the owner of Lincoln Lending Group right here in Tampa Bay for 23 years. Joined by his incredible co-host, Senia Akishina, realtor with Mahara and Associates, Tampa's top real estate company. Together, they have helped finance and close nearly $1 billion of real estate every year. If you're looking for local mortgage or real estate advice, the Business Happy Hour team has been right here on News Radio WFLA for over a decade. Listen right here or find us on the Business Happy Hour YouTube channel or follow us on Instagram at Frank the Bank Cotto. Now sit back, relax, and get ready for some serious mortgage, real estate, and business talk with two of Tampa's top experts. Here's Frank the Bank and Senia.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour, number one show for all things business and entrepreneurial. Thank you for all of our new listeners. Make sure you follow us, like us, share us, all that good stuff. Send out a courier pigeon. We love it. Ralph Perrone, Tracy Campbell, Ralph, the founder of MI Card. I keep saying MI, it's my card. Sorry. My card. It's my card, not your card. But it is spelled MI Card. We're going to give you guys options in the description and in the YouTube video and all that, so you can go and sign up yourselves. We'll do that towards the end of the show. But, Ralph, you were explaining, kind of in general what it is. We understand, it's the connection thing. Everybody has a guy. But then there's those guys that have all the guys, right? I feel like I'm one of those guys sometimes. So when I share my card out with people, they get all of my contacts. So they don't have to call me at 3 a.m. when the sink bursts. They can just be like, well, who would Frank the Bank call?
Right.
And that's a benefit.
Absolutely. This whole thing started off with during COVID, right? I couldn't give out my paper card to anybody. Couldn't do it, right? So paper cards go in the trash majority of the time within a week.
Yep.
Digital cards were pretty cool, so I got on that train, but then at the same point, they were very restrictive. I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, and that's when I sought out to do something that solved the problem, which is giving some customization. Today's society, we're all kind of becoming our own personal brand. I mean, we're all branding ourselves all day long, and how can you better present yourself? So this little company called Linktree, they have a free product. It's pretty simple looking, doesn't, blow anybody's minds out, but it provides a simple, basic service. So we took that as our premise. That's what my card is. It's basically your Linktree with a paycheck, and it's fully supercharged. And how does it get supercharged? Well, because Linktree's, not very attractive. You can't customize it. You can't put videos and do a lot of that stuff. That's where we let you do it. Also, when you start bringing in all your friends and family, you could help support them, right? If you're maybe a bit more of a go-getter, and maybe you want to drive traffic to your uncle's roofing company or your wife's spray tanning business, or maybe over to another industry, maybe your cousin's mortgage company, right? You're constantly doing in-person recommendations. Like, you're always doing that. So why not be a part of that process and help the people around you?
I love it. And since we're all in real estate in this room, ironically, I know the answer, but to our agent listeners, why is it perfect for real estate agents? Why are they one of the best? Is it for all those reasons or more to it?
Well, real estate agents are perfect. I've been 26 years myself in the real estate trenches, so I understand what it is that we need. I've been out there with you guys probably more than most could want to be. Ultimately, we are out there talking to people, passing out more business cards than anybody. Like, literally, they say if you talk to 10 people a day, 300 a month, you'll probably do 3-4 deals a month, right?
Right.
So it's a numbers game. Well, if you're passing out 10 a day, 300 a month, and 90% of that goes in the trash, 270 cards in the trash, 30 cards becomes your new subset. Well, what if you actually went to a digital card, and out of the 300 people that you exchanged your information with, all 300 of them went to a contact management system that you could put them in a drip campaign, and all of a sudden you're working with 300 versus 30, and all of a sudden you're selling 10 houses versus 1 or 2 a month. And all this is starting off with a free business card that you're adding value. And what we did is we loaded it with over 10,000 retailers like Home Depot, Lowe's, Best Buy. Customers want that stuff, right? So when you're out there passing out your card, if you will, or sharing it, your customer's like, well, I know a bunch of realtors, or I know a bunch of mortgage brokers. Why would I want to work with you? What separates you from the rest of the crowd? Well, our card has got a customer loyalty program built in for your clients. That's right. We took the same information that TD Bank's using, that Capital One. They're paying tens of thousands on a monthly basis for this product. We bring it down to a freemium model for the realtors, right, and for the mortgage brokers. Freemium means that you start for free, no contract, no cancellation. And if you like what you see and you want to get into affiliate marketing, cashback coupons, it's either $10 or $30. And if you like that, once you share it with 3 people, you're free again. Don't even pay that. So just,
Nice. If it's free, it's for me. And you know what? I'm actually one of those. I ran out of my paper cards.
Oh, my
And I've
goodness.
been kicking myself to reorder. But you know what? Now there was a reason for that.
Yes.
Maybe no more paper cards for me. This is the way to go.
absolutely. I just saved a guy about $180,000. This guy has 2,500 agents in his company. He pays for all the cards, about $60-$70 a pop for all
we
of
do
their.
that too. I'm going to tell Ray.
And we
Okay.
just cut them $180,000 in paper cards. So now all of a sudden, all that expense is saved by the brokerage, number one. Number two, the agents are going to have a differentiating marketing standpoint in the community. They've got all their listing videos now and their buyer videos all verbatim loaded in their card, so they're more efficient out there. So think about it. You're selling more houses and saving, trees at the same time. I mean, who doesn't want to go green?
I love it. See, I didn't know all this stuff. I really just thought it's just another digital card. With the info, I have to download another app. So this is awesome.
Now, and I know you were asking in the break about the revenue sharing thing.
Yeah, so that's totally new too.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to hear about
I mean,
that.
we like making money. We're all self-employed here. Educate us.
That's not a four-letter word, is it?
Oh, nah, I don't think so.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so
I'll say it again.
So some of our better clients, or say better, but larger clients, if you will, like Bradley or Andy Elliott, we've got some other guys we're working with, like Charlie Kirk and stuff, and these guys are seeing it from a whole different level, right? Like you mentioned, the revenue share. Well, that's a very unique word. Like some of the industry giants, like insurance, would understand it as an override check, right? But EXP or LPT, some of these brokerages have gone into a different model, which they call it revenue sharing.
Right.
And so these are new words and not familiar with everybody. But what happened is we built this app and we took it down to the App Store. And they were kind of crazy. Those people down at Google and Apple, they wanted 30% of all the money from the app. And we were exactly, my face went like Frank's face. I was like, there's no way this is going to go down.
It also would tell me you got something valuable.
Right. I was like, okay, 30%. That's not, is it cap out? Does it stop? And they said, no, it's forever. It's perpetuity. So I said, I'm going to have to call my attorney because I'm not signing. And so we did. And we came up with the way to do it, right? So everybody has Netflix. We download Netflix, but you don't make any of your changes to your subscription on the app.
Right.
You make all your changes on the internet. And by doing it that way, Netflix pays no money to the app stores. So we copied that model, and we had the right to just keep that 30% in our pocket at MyCard, but we said, nah, we're going to give it to the people. And so your question about the revenue sharing, we take that 30% that they wanted at Apple, and we decentralized it. We take it from them, and we put it in your pocket. Up to 40% of the subscriptions and all the monies we collect, it goes directly to the network. So think of it. You meet 100 people, you make an extra $1,000. You got 2,000 people in your network, an extra $20,000 a month. Think about it. This is extra money for what you're already doing. You're telling people who you are, what you do for a living, where to find you, and if they like this really good-looking card that you got and they want to get one, sure, let them have it. And then they come underneath you and
Yeah. Now the person has to purchase something from one of the vendors on the card. Right.
there's several income streams. Like there's an affiliate marketing system, so if they purchase, let's say, go to Best Buy and they click on a refrigerator, there could be $100 commission on that item. That's $100. So you can go out there and start making side money, and when you could take your links and you could start taking them to Facebook, your LinkedIn, and you can start sharing and getting affiliate marketing. That's all free for you. That's all comes in that system. That's another big thing. But the revenue share, that comes from MyCard's pocket. That's from our subscriptions. Everybody starts for free. There's no contract, no cancellation. But if somebody says, I want that $10 product, it's got some features I really want, and maybe even the $30. Well, we take out of the $30 up to $12 of it, 40%, and we pay it to the people, your upline. So again, brokerages, like the guy who came on with $2,500, he's making $25,000 a month in passive income. I'm working with Brad Lee. We're going to be doing podcasts and stuff like that. I mean, when you have an influence, when you have a market, and you're able to help small businesses create a venue where they look good, right? They get to share their information. They get to retain customers. Nobody's losing here, right? It's a win-win-win. Customers are happy. My clients are happy. And our vendors are. What's happened is most of these guys are going in the Amazon model, right? So when you look at Home Depots and Best Buys and Ulta, Walmart, Shein, we've got beauty companies in there, over 10,000. All of them have realized that if they drop ship it from the wholesale, from the big distribution center directly to your front door, they increase their profit. If they could do that by 20, 30, 40%, they're going to share it with us. They look at us as micro and nano influencers, right? They don't have to pay $1 million to Shaquille O'Neal anymore to see what happens. They know that if Frank says something, that Frank's people trust Frank. Right. And if Frank says it's good for Frank, it's good for me. And that's what's happening. Word of mouth.
Wow. Do you are you following this? This is great,
This
right?
is, yeah, very cool.
Man.
I'm already, my mind's spinning here.
Well, you
like,
know what?
all right, who am I going to tell about this when we're done with the show?
Yeah, so it's not just the digital business card.
Yeah.
There's so many other angles with the rev share and with the profit share and with, you know, one thing that I never thought of, Ralph, is what you mentioned about, for example, the big companies who are paying for business cards. I mean, yes, I'm a small business, but Ray has over 100 agents, and if he pays $60 twice a year for guys to have business cards, I mean, probably just thinking a $12,000 savings right off the top.
Boom.
Right.
I mean, shoot, yeah, use that money for something else. And
Absolutely.
I guess, yeah, the
Now-
income that you were talking about, I mean, we've got lots of other marketing we could do.
Now, what are the people, how complicated is it for the user? I wrote down a question here, you know, what is their first step? What is the first thing they should do?
First step is after you download your app, you're going to log in there and you're going to make sure you're on the right subscription plan, whether it be the free 10 or 30. And then from there, you're going to set up your app. You're going to get your picture, your bio, that type of stuff set up. Think about your Linktree. Think of it as a micro website. It's all you. It's all your digital stuff. It's all your links in one spot. It's like a highlight reel of yourself.
Right.
So you may have 100 videos, but do I need to watch 100? I want your top 3. I don't need 100 links about you. I just need to know the shortcut, right? We live in a society where everybody wants to get a short reel, short information. So give this as a brief interview, a process of yourself, and it allows you to be your best version immediately.
So one thing that we got to take a break here in the business happy hour, but I'd like to elaborate when we get back. I do want to get into the athletic side of this because that's pretty exciting. You guys are going talking to major league players, NFL, hockey, you know, all these different players you're talking to. So we want to find out about that. But I also want to kind of get back to just using this as a link tree. So I think that was a great analogy. It's Linktree on steroids is
Absolutely.
what I wrote down.
Yeah.
We'll be back in the business happy hour in just a minute with MyCard. That's spelled MICARD, and we'll tell you how to do it in the description. Which I might as well put in there.
Yeah, the paper cards, that's a huge one.
Yeah, that's immediate cost savings. That's
Yeah, Terry Kennedy, he had, I said, 2,380 agents, and he pays between $50 to $70 depending upon it.
probably more than once a year.
He does it at least once a year. It depends on some of them. He'll buy it in a second rip, but usually everybody gets one at the beginning of the year. Like I'm right now. This guy from the NBA is texting me.
Oh, nice.
He played with Kobe and Shaq.
Dude, yeah. So we'll. You want to introduce that section for
Yeah.
Tracy?
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, go
Can
ahead.
we do
You
it? All right, I'll just say it. We'll bring it in, and we'll. You got anything else you want to question or anything on that before I go into that? All right. So let me do this. Let me send this to myself here. Let me get this thing in there real quick.
We should have approval in the next week or so from the Tampa Association of Realtors.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're hoping
To like
get
partner with them?
That. Yeah, all
Nice.
26,000 agents.
Nice. So
Hoping Quan gets back to me soon.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to
We have
beat
Fred.
them to it, at least with our agents.
Yeah, we
I
have
mean, that's a-
Fred over there and Quan. We did a presentation, but we're just waiting for the approval to move forward.
Very cool.
Yes.
Congrats.
And I've got a guy I can put you in with that if we need. I've got a guy.
You got a guy.
I got a guy. So I just did a partnership with. What do I do with my Insta? I just did a partnership with Benny Johnson, the political guy from Newsmax. He's got 2.5 million people on YouTube.
Hmm.
So, well, that's a good.
Wow.
That's something to get you on that podcast. That could be very nice. All right, James, give us 30 more seconds here if you don't mind. I'm trying to do something here to get this to myself on the other phone. And this is the last segment. So anything that we want to do specific besides getting into the athletics? Anything do we want to put out any website? I mean, I'm going to put it in the description or whatever.
No, I want everything to go to you.
Okay.
I'll clarify that, hey, you don't have to be a real estate agent or a mortgage lender.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can be a stay-at-home mom and
That's a
Got
great
one
idea.
and-
The crazy thing about a stay-at-home mom, we've got quite a few of them. They like the affiliate system. So they
Yeah.
go on the app and they take up the deal of the day from Best Buy and they go and put it on, let's say their Facebook.
mm-hmm.
If anybody clicks on the deal of the day, they don't have to buy it. But anybody clicks on that and they go a week or two later and buy anything from Best Buy, they still get paid.
That's what I'm saying.
Why don't
Because
you
there's-
ask that question?
There's a cookie that stays.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, we'll come back in and you'd be like, Ralph, I gotta understand, like, this is not just for real estate. This is for, what about a stay-at-home mom? And then let you hit on that.
And then go athlete.
And right, and you can say athlete, or if you don't say it, I'm just going to be, all right, we got to talk about athletes, and get into that. All right, give me 10 more seconds, James. My thing is not sending to myself. There it goes. All right. Copy. Let's get this on our Insta. Boom. Paste. Send. Use this link to join MICARD. Put that on there again. Paste. Send. All right, one last thing over here. I'm set. Ready. Let's do it. Rock and roll.
Let's get back to the Business Happy Hour radio show with your host, Frank the Bank Cotto, owner of Lincoln Lending Group, and his co-host, Senia Akishina, realtor with Mahara and Associates.
All right, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. We're on our last segment, guys. We're having a great show with Ralph and Tracy from MyCard. We are learning a lot more than I knew I've learned in the last hour. Senia, you brought up a question on the break about this not just being for...
I did, yeah. So it sounds like you don't have to be a real estate agent or a mortgage broker. You could just be a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad and have one of these cards, and there's a revenue potential.
Absolutely. When it comes down to it, it doesn't have to be a business card. We actually abandoned the word business to some extent. We just call it a personal promotion tool. Like Linktree, it provides you everything about you in one spot, making it easy for you to talk about yourself and promote it. So it could be a stay-at-home mom who's maybe just doing a bunch of YouTube videos, unpacking presents, or maybe trying new products. I found that with some of the stay-at-home moms that are working with us, they're just grabbing the deal of the day off of the app and then sharing it, because each one of those links that are shared are actually being cookied. So then they share it to Facebook. That link could be valid for months. And therefore, when the person clicks on maybe the deal of the day for a computer, they can get paid on everything of that gross transaction. So to your point, we're finding influencers, podcasters, even athletes. We're finding, high school athletes. We're working with the NFL, NHL, women's NBA. Tracy, what else you got going on? You've got your hand.
Yeah, Tracy, you're the head of the athletic division. How does that work?
So actually, pretty much what we did was went to Ralph back when my high school was about to win another state title at Cocoa High, and wanted to do something different besides purchase some rings. And he came up with the idea of, let's make it an athlete card. Pretty much ran with that, and I was like, oh my God. So I designed my first card for my little cousin at Cocoa High, and then put that on social media, and then it just went from there. So what we've been able to do is help these athletes streamline their approach. So when they're dealing with college coaches or scouts, they're able to now have everything in one space. So now a coach, when they're coming to you, they don't have to go to the front office. They don't have to look on several different social media accounts or anything like that. They have everything about you right here. And the cool thing about it is that the sharing process is just with a QR code, or they can airdrop it. A lot of these kids are up on technology. And what we've also found is that a lot of them struggle with confidence. But if I put something in your hand, like a social media tool, you'll kill it. You'll be a rock star.
Right.
So
especially the kids.
Exactly. So now it's not so much of I struggle with confidence off the court or off the field. Now I have this tool that makes me look very good, and it has everything about me. So that's what we've been able to do with the athletic sector. And now we're talking with the universities. We're talking with NFL players like Champ Bailey.
Nice.
We brought him on board, and it's continued to grow. And then we have a WNBA star, Tip Hayes, who played for the Atlanta Dream and played for Connecticut, and now is over at Golden State. And it's just continuing to grow, and we're just finding ourselves picking up and just going some of everywhere to brand this tool to athletes.
Man, what you said about your cousin and Coco and whatnot, that really resonates. I mean, these young athletes, I mean, when we were in school, you're about my age, Ralph, like you had guys with VHS and HTAS putting together tapes and then, mailing it to people and stuff. And then we thought it was so cool that they could email, our highlight reels and things. And we thought email was amazing. But this is literally shareable. A scout sees somebody, they get this guy's MI card, they can send it out to everybody they want to see it. And
they could put their reels like right on there.
Yeah.
That's so
absolutely.
cool.
And I think for the college coaches, what they really love about it is, for a long time, they've struggled to have a systematic approach when dealing with a child. Okay, so Nick Saban was really big on building that network with the kid. So that way, when he came to your house, he actually knew you. He knew your parents' name. He knew your little sister had a softball game yesterday. He knew that your favorite color was orange. He knew that you were doing this, this, and that. So with this card, now I get to know everything I need to know about a kid. So when I come to you and I sit in your front room, it's like we're family now. I know everything, your GPA. I know your stats. I know that you just PR'd on your bench press. I know that you just ran this 40 time. I know that, you're going on this visit over here and that you're doing this. And it just becomes very creative. And that's what we've found that college coaches, scouts, and other organizations, they really love about our athlete card.
That's kind of what the Linktree was a solution. That's what we became was a version of upgrade, right?
Correct.
Because ultimately people can't find you. It's so fragmented. Am I following you on Facebook, Linktree,
Right.
Instagram, TikTok? Am I Snapchatting you? Is it your email? It's ridiculous. And so if you could provide somebody just one piece of information that has everything about you, it's just the way to go.
Yeah. And that is what my card is.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It is truly, and Linktree, you got to pay like $15 a month to even get a somewhat decent. And this is basically that portion of this is free.
Yeah, we basically compete with them at their free card. We destroy that, of course, and then
no doubt.
we basically our free product competes with their $15 to $30 product.
Yeah. 100. I wouldn't say competes. I'd say blows out of the water.
Yeah, they don't have anything where you exchange information. Where our card, you actually exchange, collect that person's first name, last name, all the stuff out of their VCF, out of their phone, goes into a contact management system that you could take and you could, do a drip campaign. You don't get any of that features, anything like that.
So you just taught me something. I can do a drip campaign out of my card?
Yeah, we're going to have an upgrade shortly where you could just basically go directly to your Go High level and connect it through whatever system you're using, and absolutely.
So it'll connect to a CRM.
Yep. Well, we have a basic. We collect all the information, and then you'll connect it to whatever you're using.
Right. Now, would it be able to be direct from the phone as well, potentially?
Yeah, everything is direct from the phone. So when you collect the person's information, it goes in the app, it goes into the hardware.
Right.
But you can make phone calls, emails, direct text, anything from the app to any of the people that are on your platform.
Wow. Why do we not all have this? I mean, I have it. What?
I know. I wish we would have had you guys on like a month ago. We just
Yes.
did a little piece with Linktree, but you know what? This is the better way to go.
This is by far the better way to go. So, Ralph, how should we leave the listeners today? I put my link in there. I'm not going to be selfish saying they have to go to my link. I want people to learn about it. Should they just go to the website to start or download the app to start? What do you recommend?
Yeah, absolutely. Jump on the link that's been shared here. And after you download that, you'll get more information. You'll get your free card set up. And then after your free card, you're more than welcome to upgrade or just play with it for a couple weeks. There's no contract, no cancellation. Upgrade it any time. And then from there, just start enjoying the benefits. Start sharing who you are. Build your personal brand over the next 5 years by 2030. That's the direction everybody's going in. So here's your chance to get a jump start.
I love it. That's right, guys. Your network is your net worth. Ralph taught me that today. I'm going to say it all day for you guys until everyone signs up on this. Ralph and Tracy, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Awesome. Thanks for
Yes,
having
thank
us.
you,
Thank you
guys.
for having us.
Been a great time. So hope you guys enjoyed the show. Again, this is going to be on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Courier Pigeons all across the country. We're going to bring you the My Card, and you're going to get to see this at all of Frank the Bank's presentations. And by the way, if you forget everything we said and you just think to yourself, man, I need to learn more about that, go to contactfrankthebank.com. I know it's a form that talks about real estate. Get through it. Put your information in there. I will call you myself, and I will personally get you signed up for your My Card so you can start making money, sharing revenue, sharing your contacts. And if you're an athlete, share yourself as well. Thank you again,
Let's go.
Ralph and Tracy. Have a good one, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys
Thank
next
you.
week on the Business Happy Hour. All right, so that's it for the radio show, guys. You Instagrammers always get a little bit of the post-show excitement. We did put the link in there. I put it